Big exciting news on a Saturday afternoon as a new stimulus item is announced by the Biden camp. Yes, there's a new stimulus item that was launched today out of nowhere quietly that helps millions of Americans and viewers of this channel. Meantime, new concerns about a missing 20 million doses of the vaccine. This is causing big concern for stimulus. Big concern because the stimulus package that is being called for a vote next week was based upon the presumption that those 20 million doses existed. So where are they? Waldo, have you found them? Carmen Santiago, can you go find them for us? Joe Biden wrote a stimulus package based upon the presumption that certain things exist, and a new report says his presumptions were wrong. So with that, it's time to go bigger, time to go bolder on your third stimulus check and third stimulus package. Hey, good afternoon, everybody. This is Afternoons LALATE with third stimulus check and third stimulus package, part of a 3-show programming block here on Afternoons LALATE. Right before this was Check, in which I go over the broad stroke details of the call for the vote on the third stimulus package next week. This video, I go over the details of what's in the bill and what should not have been left out of the bill and why the bill needs to go bigger. And what is that exciting news about new stimulus done overnight from the federal government? Meantime, right after this, I'll be back live with Being a Mitch. What the shock, the new replacement to Being a Mitch, in which I answer your incredible questions and tell you the documents you need to have ready to be able to pounce as a purple hawk and get that third stimulus money. If you've not subscribed, please subscribe. This is the best channel out there, the most comprehensive channel, the most detailed channel, with items that you will never hear anywhere else that are in the stimulus package. I have the rare exclusive 30-page summary of the third stimulus package bill, which is about 6,000 to 10,000 pages, and as soon as I get the bill, you will get it first before anyone else. So please subscribe. We're trying to add about another 5,000 subscribers in the next 2 weeks. Let's get to 380. Let's do it. Meantime, also like this video. And if you've not become a member, consider becoming a member. Purple Hawk, Purple Power, or Calcino VIP. In this video, I go over the details of a major great news announcement today that is stimulus that no one saw coming. And then I turn to the shocking details of a missing 20 million doses of the vaccine that the Biden camp thought were there and thought your stimulus would be warranted based upon those numbers. Now the belief is that the stimulus is too small, too soon, and too late. All right, with that, let's get to the breaking news. The breaking news is great news about a major new stimulus package announced today. What is it? It concerns SNAP and PBET. What is SNAP? SNAP is free food. How do you get free food? From Department of Agriculture. How much does it usually pay? It usually pays about $1,400 for a family of 4 during the in Hawaii, in the state of Hawaii. Well, what happened to SNAP under the Trump administration? Under second stimulus law, Trump gave a 15% increase on SNAP for 6 months. Last week, the Biden administration added an additional 6-month 15% increase. So now for the entire year 2021, you have a 15% increase on SNAP, which is food benefits. You can get it if you make less than approximately $49,000 a year. You reach out to Department of Agriculture 211. That was up to late last week. But what happened today? Well, another major development. PBET is a program that had only been offered in a few states up to just a few days ago that said, hey, if your child has to stay home from school, then you have to cook for the kid or provide food to the kid, and we will give you additional money for every month that child's school is closed and the child has to stay home. That amount of money is about $114 a month per child. But late last week, Joe Biden said, you know what, I'm increasing that additional 15%. And I'm making a national program because it wasn't national. So what happened today? Wow, get ready for the big news. Number one, children 6 years or younger who never qualified for any of these benefits are now included in the benefits. So children ages 6 or younger can get PEBT. That's item number one. Number two, it now increased PEBT to upwards of $134 per month per child across the country. But in Hawaii, certain U.S. territories, and Puerto Rico, the amount is a lot more. Third, the U.S. government confirms that all states will be rolling out SNAP and PBET everywhere in the next few days. They got 22 applications yesterday alone. Wow, this deliciousness keeps on rolling up. Finally, they confirm that if you need benefits like PEBT, these benefits will be available in all these states across the board in the next few days. And I got one other surprise. The final surprise is retro. PEBT will be retroactive, baby. Yes, the Biden camp confirms that they will be paying PEBT retroactively back to the August 2020 school year if your child had to stay home then, all the way up to the present. This is a lot of moolah. It's a big duration, and it's money you really do need for food. Boy, remember to get PEBT, you need to reach out to Department of Agriculture, call them on the phone. It is not automatic. SNAP, your benefits increase is automatic. But to get on PBET, you have to call them up to get on PBET. To recap, it is now including ages 6 and younger for the first time ever in U.S. history. Second, it is now retroactive back to August of 2020. Third, it's going to be offered in every state across the country in the next couple of weeks, with 22 new states applying just yesterday. A lot of deliciousness there. That is the great news on that front. The next item that's big issue today is a shocking new report out of Politico that says the Biden camp prepared their third stimulus package based upon a series of assumptions. Those series of assumptions were said by the president on day one of his administration. He said on day one, 100 million vaccinations in 100 days. Day three of his administration, his CDC director says, I don't know how many doses we have. Why did we make that promise? I have no idea how many doses we have. How are we going to vaccinate 100 million people? We don't even know how many doses we have. Today, the news got worse. Today, a new report out of Politico confirms that the Biden camp has no idea where 20 million doses he thought currently in circulation in states are. They're missing. 20 million doses are missing. What does this mean for stimulus? It means that Joe Biden's plan with a $1.9 trillion stimulus bill, that you reopen this economy in 3 months based upon 100 million vaccinations, is never going to happen. The amount of stimulus was tied to a reality which is no longer possible. Net result, the stimulus plan is too small. He had always said he was going to give you multiple stimulus checks, and so needed until to get to the end of the pandemic. And yet it looked like on day one he thought this pandemic's going to be done in about 90 days from now. Now there's concerns with the missing 20 million doses, in addition to the unaccounted for doses, in addition to the lack of doses from Moderna and Pfizer, that this pandemic may continue into 2022. Concerns now that mass vaccinations would have been effectuated by late spring, early summer, now suggest it may not be too late fall. This means the following. When you look at Joe Biden's third stimulus package, the deal provisions like FPUC to September, like PUA to September, like UI to September, are too small because the pandemic's not going to be over in September. There's no way to vaccinate enough people by September. Moderna and Pfizer don't have enough vaccines doses by September. In fact, no less than 2 days ago, Joe Biden ordered more vaccine doses, but the amount that he ordered was still too small. A reporter asked him, why did you only order that amount of doses? Why not order more doses? That doesn't even sound like a lot of doses. He said, I've just been here for 1 day. Give me some time. Is there some problem to over-order doses? Do we not know how many people are in the United States? We do have a census. We do know how many people there are here. Ultimately, this goes back to stimulus, because if you believe that you can do narrow stimulus, targeted stimulus, 3 months of stimulus, based upon reopening the economy on vaccinations, when you can't vaccinate people, then you don't have enough stimulus. Let's go over the stimulus items. First, the stimulus check. $1,400 stimulus check from now to the end of the pandemic. Ridiculous. Come on, Joe. It's ridiculous. No person is going to survive from now to the end of the pandemic on a $1,400 stimulus check. You were promised $1,400 in December of last year and a new $2,000 stimulus check this year. You made the promise, Joe Biden. Nancy Pelosi made the promise. Chuck Schumer confirmed it was there. Warnock and Ossoff, that's Georgia senators, ran on a platform. They would guarantee to give you a new $2,000 stimulus check in 2020. The promise was $1,400 plus $2,000. Joe Biden, he now only wants to give you $1,400. Why? Because we're going to get you all vaccinated in 90 days. Yeah, not going to happen. Next, adult dependents, a $3,200 stimulus check. No, you were promised $5,200. $3,200 plus $2,000. Anyone on SSI and SSDI, you would get exactly the same amount I just detailed, whether you're adult dependent, $3,200, or individual, $1,400. But how about that SSI item? Nowhere to be seen. That's why Purple Power has been stepping up with a series of hashtag campaigns. Continue to do it. Take this video, tag the elected officials, go on Twitter, go on Facebook, hashtag SS200, hashtag FPUC Retro, hashtag MSC. Why? There's no SS, SSI, SSDI, veterans, railroad benefits, or VA or SA benefits anywhere in this bill. No bueno. You were promised it. That is item number 2. First, we see the stimulus check, not as promised. Now we see the SSI benefits, not as promised. Let's go to the FPUC. He wants to give FPUC and UI and PUA extension to September 2021. So in essence, give people who are unemployed in the year 2021 40 weeks of FPUC at $400 a week, which amounts to about $16,000. How much does he want to give to people who are unemployed from July to December of last year? Zippo. It's not cheap. It's ridiculous. It's not bargain basement. It's nothing. There is no basement. There's no money. Zero. Why are we giving $16,000 in 2021 and nothing to 2020? Again, he promised this is not delivering. No bueno. And the concern is that every time you cut and cut and cut, there may not be enough stimulus in there. On Friday, Janet Yellen ran into a meeting with Harris and Biden and said, get the stimulus out. You're waiting too long. But we also don't know what else she may have said. She's been a very big advocate for a lot of stimulus. But 1.9? is not a lot of stimulus. Throwing out SSI, not a lot of stimulus. Not giving you FPUC, not a lot of stimulus. Now, there are other items in the stimulus package which are really good, and those are wonderful items. But let's be frank, they're not particularly big ticket items. They aren't enough money to provide you room and a roof over your head. They are tax credits. They are paid sick leave if you apply and you get it for a few weeks. They are a student aid one-time supplement check. They're not particularly big items. The big items, hazard pay. We don't know the amount yet. The big items, business grants, business loans. We don't know the amounts yet. The big items, stimulus checks, SSI and SSDI. The big amounts, FPUC. Yeah, you could put the other stuff in there, but they're not as big as they should be. And you had 2,000 comments to yesterday's video. What did you say about it? Let me go over those comments. William Stevens. They should keep on voting a lot until more people go homeless. Ella Helton, that's not right anyway. You look at it red or blue, the president promised the nation. She's saying he didn't keep his promises. Peter Yandel, we the people who are just living on SSI should not have it in a separate bill, like you said. They will just forget about it. So this is referring to what I talked about yesterday, the concern about having SSI in a separate bill. Congress may forget about you. I don't like it. I want you in this bill. And so Pito says, we the people living on SSI should not have it in a separate bill. Like you said, they will forget about us. Congress will forget about us. We the people believe you, the purple power. You can get it for us. Evelyn Potter. They all make all these promises to get elected, but then they have selective amnesia once they're in office. They no longer remember their promises they made. Well said. Maria. Presidents always make promises, millions of things to get our votes, but at the end, they don't do what they need to promise. Patsy Skelton. Good grief. Have you ever seen a country that can't make a decision in a year to help the people? Wow. Well said, Patsy. 427 Lover. Why would anyone believe them? They're corrupt and a pack of liars. Silver Eagle Stacker. They would rather give billions to foreign countries to count fish. They don't care about us. John Childers. We too worried about giving it to other countries instead of ours. Linda Gurninsky. $2,000 every month for the year. Nothing else is going to work. A lot of us have lost our jobs and our normalcy to life. It was hard enough before. It's just unthinkable! Exclamation point. Janice Helson. So tired of all these games. Juanita Harish. We help them get in. It's time for them to help us. If it wasn't for the people, they would not be there. They made a promise to the people. They need to stick with it. Amen. And I have a promise that I will be next back live with What the Chuck right after this. I'll be going over the details of what documents you need to have ready to pounce as a Purple Hawk to get stimulus on the third stimulus package. It's important recording, so don't miss it. Meantime, if you've not subscribed, please subscribe. We're trying to add another 5,000 subscribers in the next 2 weeks. Let's do it. Let's get to 380. Stay informed, stay focused. Consider becoming a member. Click the member link, join Purple Hawk, Purple Power, or Calcino VIP. And stay informed, stay focused, and save our life for more.